Alexa, turn off bedroom. Ready to go.
It's just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how?
Come here though. Yeah, he's crazy, see? Who are you?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Are you ready?
Wow. Okay. Well, it happened. I turned 34 years old. Holy shit. Man, it seems kind of, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel 34, that's for sure. I don't know what I feel like. Maybe I feel 20. I don't know. But I don't look 20. I look pretty young. But I definitely don't look 20. I still get carded, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know. 34 it's one of those weird numbers where I woke up this morning and, the wife looked at me and her big old gorgeous doughy eyes and just said, "Happy birthday." And I was like, "Oh, that's today? Okay, cool." But then I woke up to a great montage message from all my closest friends and family that she put together. And for all you guys watching out there that sent those little clips in, it was excellent and hilarious and perfect, and it really made my day. It helped me get jumpstart the day. So that was great. So thank you all for being part of that. But I just went to work today, just like a normal day, and then I got home and the wife decided to give me a little surprise and pick me up and take me out, and that was a blast. So you probably saw that earlier in the clip if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, this year has been really interesting. The reason I want to kind of do a podcast on this is this year in particular, the last 12 months, I don't think it feels like my birthday just because every day I'm very excited about, waking up in the morning. And I have been for, the last few years. A lot of that has to do with meeting the wife. But the past 12 months in particular, leading up to this day, my 34th birthday, has been pretty incredible. And the one thing that obviously stands out is, I got married, right? So that's a big milestone. But not only did I get married, but the week before I got married, I ended up getting promoted for my job, or I ended up getting promoted in my job, and that was great. That was a role that I really wanted to get into, which is more managing and overseeing large groups of people, and doing presentations in front of large groups, and dealing with the sales and the marketing side, and it's just been great these last 12 months. And of course, I have a great team that I work with. And, so that's been great. And then, of course, we bought our second home a couple months after our honeymoon. So that was kind of that was a shock a little bit, because we took care of the wedding ourselves, and then our family and friends, helped us out and contributed. Instead of getting us pots and pans, they were generous enough to help us out, and that was a huge benefit. So then we bought the second home and just kind of went all in. And, we really didn't think a lot of things through. I just think we were in a good place, and we saved up money for a lot of years, and we wanted to have a wedding that we can afford, and that we wouldn't be in debt, and more importantly, wanted to make sure that we were set up to have this plan and have the second home. And we rent now our other home in Orlando, So I think all that kind of everything just kind of came together this past 12 months, which kind of is what makes this special. Not only did everything come together, but I feel like I kind of figured it out. And I don't mean figured out a solution to your problem. I just mean me personally. I think I figured out what I needed to do. And the last 12 months just kind of is paying tribute to that hard work. And I think we all can get there. I think it's important that we do get there. Each individual person is going to want to do different things and find their own passion. And for me, the last 12 months, not only does the marriage and the house and the honeymoon and the promotion, not only does that all stand out because that obviously is a big reason why I'm excited every day, but I think the one thing is what I'm doing now. This podcast, creating more videos, creating more content, posting more photos and working with more companies and interviewing more people and just kind of doing what I want to do on the side. And I think that's the big thing that I'm excited about the most. And I think once you find that one thing or, a couple things that get you really, really excited, that's kind of what gets you jacked up every day. Just finding your passion, finding what you're excited about. Because without that, what really are we doing? You wake up, you go to work, but you go to work because you want to buy things, and most of that stuff really isn't long term, right? It's buying the new car, or it's buying whatever that thing you wanted to always buy. But are you enjoying what you're doing every day? And I definitely am. I am obviously with work, but also on the side, what I'm doing here. I'm just really enjoying it, and I think that's the key, right? And it's not only about your little side hustles that you want to get involved in. I think that is very crucial. But everyone asks me, they're like, "Hey Tony, do you ever sleep? Do you ever get alone time? Do you ever get a chance to do stuff, on your own and do stuff that you want to do?" And just because this seems like work, it's not really work. That's why I said earlier that everybody's different. Right? Like if you created a podcast or if you created a blog or if you're going out and capturing videos and photos, maybe that's just not your thing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just what I really like to do now. Just the last couple of years, I've adopted this big passion for it. And so when I'm not working and I'm doing that, it seems like work to maybe other people, but to me, it's like, man, it's relaxing, it's therapeutic, it's a great way to express myself. It's a great way to kind of get all the emotions and all the stuff that I want to talk about off my chest. So it's just it's fantastic. I'm in a really good place right now, and it took me a really long time to figure that out. Obviously podcasts and video and audio and all this aside, just figuring out what I wanted to do aside from my normal job. Working out has always been a huge passion of mine, and I'm going to continue to do that, and I still do that. I work out, 4 or 5 times a week. But, I don't know. I don't think I was getting so much satisfaction from that because maybe I lacked, interaction. Aside from the wife and I and, friends and family, there was really I'm not challenging myself every day. Like, physically working out, yeah, you're challenging yourself because you're, changing up your workouts and you're changing up your diets, and there's different things that you can be challenged by. But like on a macro level, I just don't think I was being faced head on with knowledge and different subjects that I didn't know about. And I look at, as I work out and as I'm talking through it, I look at working out your muscles as if, okay, so you go to the gym, you work out your muscles, you're going to get bigger, right? Or you're going to get leaner, or you're going to get more fit, whatever your goals are. But then how are you working out your mind? Your brain. I'm very confident that I was smarter in high school than I am today. I really am, because I think we all just get flooded with all these different ideas and ideologies and stuff that kind of doesn't matter. So all the stuff that we, learned about, like human history and the earth and politics and all that stuff just kind of goes out the window, right? So the new stuff comes in, like what's on E! Entertainment and the last Family Guy episode, and all that stuff goes in, but all the other useful information goes out on the other end, and you forget some of the important stuff in life. And I'm kind of getting back into that, so I'm just reading more, and I'm learning more about stuff that I don't know about. I think that's crucial. I think we have to do that to work out our brains, to train that brain muscle to get bigger and smarter. And I think once you do that, you clear out all the bullshit, and a lot of that bullshit that's in our head right now is pretty negative. I can't speak for everybody, but I mean, for me, I go down my news feed on Facebook and Instagram, and like all that stuff is cool. Some of the stuff is negative. Some of the Instagram posts are just, guys and girls that are good looking that are promoting some powder or makeup or whatever it is, and right away we think, oh, I got to get that. Let me click that. Let me check it out. And then you get stuck in this rabbit hole of spending money and getting little short-term satisfactions from buying things and looking at people and watching videos, and you get kind of stuck in that little short-term satisfaction that you forget about the long-term stuff. You forget about, oh, wait a minute, so I'm 35 years old and I should probably get out of my parents' house, or I should probably stop renting a $2,000 apartment. I should probably find a spouse if that's what you want to do, right? You can't just sit on your ass and expect everything to happen. So I just wish I knew all this stuff, and I went through all this stuff, when I was a kid. And I'm sure my parents, told me this shit. I'm sure my mom and dad are listening to this right now, and they're like, we told you so. We told you should save up, and we told you should do this and do that. And they probably did. But again, that's one of the things that just went right out the window, right? We don't really think about that stuff. And I mean, if you're less than 30 years old and you're listening or watching this right now, I encourage you to just kind of stop what you're doing, write down all the things that you want to do, and just do it. That was the one thing that, man, I wish I started a lot earlier. I just started a blog probably, 5 years ago, theberardo.com. And I was just posting, recipes and workout routines and stuff like that. And then eventually, like I said, about 12 months ago, I started this podcast. And, it's been great. I just wish I did it earlier, because I just spent a lot of my time with stupid, negative people, at jobs that, maybe they were fun, they paid a lot of money, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. But I just thought to myself, I need to get a paycheck, and I need to get a paycheck so I can go out and party and go out and have fun and go out and spend money on this and that. And newsflash, everything from the age of 18 to like the age of 28 that I bought, I don't have anymore. So think about that. So I worked for 10 years from 18 to 28, and I worked hard to buy all the shit that I want to buy. I don't think I have one of those things. So that just goes to tell you, materialistic shit means nothing. That's exactly what it is. It's materialistic. Unless, of course, you're investing something in that, makes you happy. And that's totally different. Do that. If you want to buy a new camera because you like photography, buy a new camera. That's awesome. But just make sure you're doing something on a daily basis with that camera to make you happy. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to friends and family that tell you shouldn't be doing something. If that's what you want to do, just do it. I made the mistake of not doing that. I made the mistake of listening to a lot of friends that I thought was the right thing to do, and wasn't listening to people that were smarter than me. So I'm really trying my hardest to spend as much time as I can with people that are just smarter than me. I want to educate myself as long as I'm on this earth, and I just think there's a lot of stuff that I don't know and I want to learn about. So I got to get to it. I'm 34 years young, but I mean, we all got an expiration date, right? So I just want to spend as much time as I can surrounding myself with people that will make me better. And if you kind of have a void, if there's like an empty hole inside of you and you're not really sure what to do on a daily basis, a lot of that has to do with just surrounding yourself with positive people. And maybe the people you're sitting next to right now, or the people you hang out with at work, or the people you hang out with after work, maybe those aren't the best people to be hanging out with, because maybe they're just dragging you down. But if you like going out with those people and you like having fun, hey, more power to you. I'm just telling you, in 10 years, they probably won't be your best friends. Just speaking from experience. There's a very small circle of people that I call my best friends. Like, if I went to the hospital tomorrow, I would call or text those people. Or I can call those people to come pick me up. So who do you have that will do that? Do you have someone that you can count on a Saturday morning? Or are those people going to be hungover or passed out and can't wake up to come pick you up? You just got to think who you surround yourself with is probably going to make or break the rest of your life. And, for me, that was a big thing. And, not only that, but I always kind of think to myself, and especially now that I have 2 mortgages, and I always think to myself, I really did live my life. Like, I lived it. Maybe too much. But I think that's a good message, is live your life before you live your life. Before you get into the mortgage and the kids and the real job, all that stuff. I mean, live your life. Do what makes you happy. Get out there and do what is something that you're passionate about. Because there's going to come to a point in your life where you're going to get a curveball. You're not going to be able to do those things, and you're going to be filled with regret, and you're never going to be able to do that, and you're going to live the rest of your life like at 70% when you could have been living at 100%. So do what you can now to create a good environment for yourself, not just personally, but work related. Do something that you love to do. And if you love working, what you do now, good news is after work, make sure you're spending time with positive people and you're having fun and you're being passionate. And sometimes it's hard to get there. I get it. Sometimes it's tough to kind of get the confidence to really do what you want to do, right? And get you excited about doing things. Sometimes you get off work and you just want to sit back and play on your phone. I get it, man. I do. But you just got to get in a routine. You got to build some confidence. And sometimes the best way to build confidence is little wins. So like little tiny wins. W-I-N-S. Wins. Like writing out your goals every day. Maybe like a pros and cons list. And writing out the stuff you have to do this week. And then have the stuff you have to do today. And the stuff that you accomplished today, just kind of cross off. Sometimes I like using the app on my phone, but most time I like to write because I like to cross aggressively. I love doing that. Just like the sound of the pen on the paper, just crossing off that goal that I had to accomplish. Just doing that, writing 10 things out and going one by one every week and just ducking those out. Sometimes those little wins build a lot of confidence and it gets you really, really excited to go on and do the next thing. And then once you accomplish all those things, you're going to look around and you're going to be like, wait a minute. Now I have free time to do like all types of other cool shit that I wanted to do. So those little wins are very, very important. And it builds your confidence, right? And at the end of the day, I mean, really, what do you need to be good at? You don't really need to be good at everything. You shouldn't want to be, the best at work. Sure, of course, that's a great goal. But if you're not happy doing it, though, then what's the point? Yeah, of course you can work your ass off and you can be the best at work and you can be the top in sales and you can make the most commission and all that's great. And you should strive to do that because you want to support your family or, you want a nice house or a nice car, whatever that is. But again, now you're striving for materialistic stuff. If you're the hardest worker in the room and you love to be that person, more power to you. That's how it should be. But if you're the hardest worker in the room and you hate your life, you need to rethink some stuff. Sometimes it's better to not work as hard and do something that you love to do than to work your ass off and hate what you do every day. Again, like I said, before you live your life, live your life. Appreciate the little things in life. If you ever want to, wonder what it's like out there, just instead of spending time on YouTube and checking out, weird videos and Game of Thrones parodies, you need to check out what it's like in the rest of the world. Not in America. You need to check out what it's like everywhere else. We have it made in the shade with lemonade. It is crazy. Just the fact that, we don't wake up every day and we're not excited every day, that's crazy. Like, we all need to get better at knowing what we want to do, executing it, and just being a better human being. And the only way we can be better human beings is if we like what we do. And we wake up every day and we're excited about every day. And I think the only way that's going to happen is if you find your passion. So, I don't know. That's my message, guys. It's just kind of a little rant I wanted to talk about on my birthday. And, it's been great. The past 34 years have been truly surreal. A lot has happened, for sure. But I cannot wait for the next 34 plus years. And I have accomplished a good amount of things, but I'm not even close to being done. I want to continue to put out more episodes and more content. I hope you guys are really enjoying them. I know I just love making them, and I love making these episodes, and I love giving you guys content. Hopefully you learn something from them. If you do learn something, do me a favor. Subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. It's just going to give you notification every time I post a new video, and then share this with some friends and fame that could get value out of it. It's going to help me grow this podcast to where I want it to be. And then ultimately, instead of, once a week putting out an episode, I can hopefully put out at 1 or 2 a week, all with different interviews and different subjects and everything. So I really appreciate the support, and continue to leave comments and shoot me messages. I know a lot of you guys do that after each episode if you like it. So continue to do that. It is what drives me to be better, and good feedback or bad feedback is feedback. So it's all appreciated. So if you haven't already, leave a review. Tell me what you think about this episode or the other episodes that you watched. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate it. We will talk to you next time. Peace.
What's wrong? Holy mackerel. What is that?
Your gift.
It's another wife on there? This thing's huge.
A replacement in case I go out of commission.
Aw. Maybe you shouldn't have.
It's just tissue paper.
Oh. Baby.
You need help?
Now. You know the weight of my heart, don't you? Thank you so much.
It's from me and your mama.
Yeah.